What's going on there, everybody? So today, not the anniversary, but we are getting a new album from Sleep Token. Yes, even in Arcadia tonight at 9 o'clock. But today, guys, we're going to go and talk about Take Me Back to Eden. Last release from Sleep Token. So, great album, top to bottom. And I figured, you know what, since we're getting a new Sleep Token album today, why not review Take Me Back to Eden? So, guys, let's go and jump into it. My thoughts on these guys, I've came across Sleep Token, this year, and so far really impressed. This band really reminds me of Tool, with the versatilities they got going on. They got, a little bit of metal going on, industrial. You got a little bit of R&B going on, alternative, and it just seems that Vessel can do it all. So, it just, with this new album coming out, leaves us all with questions. What path are they going to go down on? The couple releases they have dropped, such as Emergence and Damocles, seems like we're going down the continuation of Take Me Back to Eden with a lot of piano ballads. Nothing too heavy, but we're getting some nice piano ballads. They surprise us with instruments, saxophones, you name it. Vessel, Sleep Token, doing it best. The new Tool, the future of music, something different that we all need in 2025. So, what a great year to drop an album. Seems that this year is doing good with art overall. We're getting good movies, good music. And with Sleep Token, with even in Arcadia, only 2 singles in, that we know of, really keeps me curious on what we're going to get with the guys, with the title tracks. It seems like we're going to be going on, who knows? I really think it's going to be going down the, maybe even the This Place Will Become Your Tomb vibe. I think that with maybe some soft melodies going on, a little bit more experimental. This band never seems to disappoint, always surprises us. That's the beauty about bands like this, guys, is if you listen to the 3 projects, really different from one another. You got Sundowning that really has, I would say, more of the metal progression, more of the industrial progression, alternative, more guitar work going on Sundowning. This Place Will Become Your Tomb. Really piano more like. Really on the softer side, emotional tracks, heavy topics. But, with the instruments, just it seems like a different choice of instrumentation, which leads to more of a softer, piano-like, darker project. Now, with Take Me Back to Eden, this project right here, very experimental, the most experimental one yet. And this one right here, like I said, guys, this band has similarities to Tool, with the progressive nature and, a lot of tracks standing out on their own from one another. I mean, a lot of these tracks deal with different topics, sound very different from one another, and Vessel himself sounds very different on track to track on these records. So, with Take Me Back to Eden, guys, this album right here, I'm fresh off the listen, gave this bad boy a listen today, and what I can say, guys, my first impressions of Sleep Token were really, I was thrown off. It was something that was really it was hard to get a grip on. It was something different. And usually a lot of the best work is like that. It takes a little bit to get used to, such as movies can be like that. You watch a movie, it can grow upon you. And artists, albums, whatever the body of work is, it can grow upon you. And Sleep Token at first took me a little minute. I think I started off with tracks off of Take Me Back to Eden and a little bit of Sundowning. Not too much Place Will Become Your Tomb, but it took me a little minute to understand the band, what path they were going on. I mean, what makes us love a band is understanding them and what they do and where they're coming from. And it took me a little minute to understand where these guys are coming from. I was digging the instrumentation, but was trying to understand the points and paths Vessel was taking us on. Now, with Take Me Back to Eden, though, guys, this one right here really seems to be a solid body of work that just clicked. The other ones, guys, I'm going to be doing a review on Sundowning and This Place Will Become Your Tomb. But since this is the last recent release from Sleep Token, let's go and dive into this bad boy, guys. And it seems that this band right here is really up next. You know, this one is on the billboards. A lot of people are digging this band, you know, with their single. Oh, also, guys, you know, with the single Caramel, you know, sorry about that. I excluded Caramel from the record just because, you know, that one right there, decent track, not really a path I do want Sleep Token to go on. It's not a path I really want, you know, Vessel and them. They have potential to just be sticking with the progression, with the Tool, with the metalness, with the freaking, you know, punchy bass, punchy drums, even the piano ballads. We should keep that up. But the path on Caramel, guys, was a single that was half for me. Wasn't digging the first half, but the second half of the song progresses into a different lane that is a Sleep Token that I go for. So, guys, would take me back to Swedish. All right, guys, so Chokehold. Now, with Chokehold, first track off the record, and we're starting off with some progressive slowness ambience. Ambience with this one. This is the first track off the record. Vessel starting off slow, building with the progression, smooth vocals, nice harmonies he's giving us on this one right here. What a way to start off a record, especially like a band like Sleep Token, because with so many paths they can go on, you know, it's thinking that, okay, how are we going to start this and whatnot. This one right here, guys, again, was hard to getting used to, but after re-listening to this one today, you know, this one right here has good nature to it. It's a standout for Vessel. I think he sounds great on this one. And the rest of the band, you know, the production that is solid on this one. Not too much on the progressiveness. You know, we start off like this, but, you know, same choice of instrumentation. And the guitars get heavy eventually, especially on the hook, leading the listener of just letting us know what we're in for. And the momentum does not stop there, guys, because we are continuing on with the Summoning. Now, the Summoning continues good momentum, great energy, good punches going on. And this one right here is a highlight from the band. This is when the band gets to show off their capabilities of the guitar work, the punchiness, the aggression on this one we're starting off with. And what they do best, guys, the transition on this one is solid with Vessel switching it up and the instrumentation getting into that melodic, oh, Amparo, did I mistake for a silent God? Things like that, and this guy is killing it. This guy's vocal capabilities, his switch-ups are dope, and I love this one, guys. I'm telling you, the Summoning is in the top 3 for me off this record. Summoning, great track, starting off good, so soon for such a banger, but you know what, can never go wrong. And that one right there, guys, is really solid body of work right there. I love that track right there, the Summoning. The Summoning was one of the tracks that really got me into Sleep Token. So, if it wasn't for Summoning and more of the tracks to come, who knows if I'd be here. Now, all right, guys, let's go and continue with track number 3 with Granite. Granite, slowing things down a little bit more. Also, a Vessel does best with the, you know, sensual vibes, the sensual vocals, getting real sensual on this one, and, you know, pretty much just saying it like it is. It sounds like this one's talking to a loved one, an old loved one, pretty much saying about how much his worth is, and some people just don't understand that. Such as I was more than just somebody in the passenger seats. You know, you got more to life than just somebody that's just, you know, hogging up space or taking up your time or, you know, hanging with you and, you know, not getting acknowledged. Well, that is what Vessel was dealing with on this topic. Love this song. Love the lyrics to this one. This song right here is a standout for the lyrics. The lyrics are solid. Great hook on this one. Vessel doesn't get too heavy with the vocals. Keeps it pretty solid throughout and tears it up all throughout. I love this one, guys. Granite. Solid song right there. And one you can never go wrong with. Really reminds me of This Place Will Become Your Tomb, along with that bass nature and things like that. So yeah, guys, Granite, solid song right there. And we get even better with track number 4, Aqua Regia. Now, this track right here, guys, beautiful track, dealing with the topics of gold, I believe. I believe that Aqua Regia is a, something to do with the nature of gold. You guys can let me know down in the comment section. But guys, I'm telling you, Aqua Regia, great track right here, something solid. Again, the vocals from Vessel. Vessel just showing off on this one, having fun, doing his thing. And again, him just trim teeth in a broken jaw. That stuff right there. And this song really got me curious if Vessel had a facial fracture or due to that nature. The way he sounds, kind of like, you would think that. And him kind of just saying it like it is, trim teeth and a broken jaw. I was thinking, okay, maybe he has a facial fracture. Maybe he's been there. I can relate to that. Turns out that, Vessel maybe has not had his face fractured. But either way, guys, solid song by me. The relativeness, the relatability to this song right here is what does it for me. The production on this one, the piano choices, the overall, the vibe of this song right here is solid, beautiful track, and probably one of my favorite ones off the album, guys. Aqua Regia. It looks like it's pronounced Regia, but how Vessel says it, Aqua Regia. So solid. He sounds great in this one, and I love this one, guys. Solid one right there from Vessel and the boys. So next up, guys, we're getting even heavier. Probably the heaviest track off the album with Vor. Vor, this one right here packs a punch. Really reminds me of Deftones, something Deftones, Chino done in the earlier days with White Pony. Sounds similar to like Elite by Deftones. This one right here really packs a punch, really distorted. Hard to hear Vessel, but still sounds great. The only track, I believe, to contain foul language on the album. The rest of the songs on the album are clean language all throughout. Only explicit track is Vor. I believe Vessel says, the word fuck a couple of times, but I mean, no big deal. You know what I mean? Sometimes it's necessary and you got to get your feelings out. And sometimes, profanity, is dopamine. It gets it out. Frustration, baby. You know what I mean? You got to do what you got to do. And Vessel is expressing himself. He got shit to get off his chest. Vor. He's expressing it here. The most pissed Vessel we get so far. And I love this track right here, guys, especially when he transitions into the more melodicness and the harmonies that we get in the end of this track. Solidness, dopeness that we get. Heaviest track off the record. And can never go wrong. If you want some heaviness, go with Vor, guys. Good track right here. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Number 6, guys. Track number 6, we get Ascensionism. This one right here, guys, again, coming from Vor, from the heavy punchiness, we are slowing things down with the piano ballads. Starting off really soft like, getting into Ascensionism, and, again, Vessel getting really intimate. Vessel's really good at getting intimate with his listener, telling his listener exactly what they want to hear. And Vessel has something for everybody that can relate to. Now, with this one right here, guys, dealing into deep topics. Love the way he sounds on this one. Soft nature in the beginning. And again, we get a hip-hop feel on this one with the beat and the nature on this one. And again, him just giving us that vibe that this one right here is a nighttime banger. He's like, won't you come and dance in the night with me? Stuff like that. It is dope. I am desperate to know. Love that stuff. Ascensionism, night vibe. Shit just makes you want to ride. And you can just do your thing on this one. You can bump this on the headphones, the speakers, whatever it is. If you want that good time, Ascensionism, baby. Puts you in the vibe. Prefer to bang this one at night? That's what she said. But yeah, guys. So, Ascensionism. Banging track right there. So, if you want them nighttime vibes, you want that sensual bass, you want that banger. Nothing too heavy on Ascensionism, guys. And solid track. Love this one right here. Can never go wrong. Next up, guys, we got Are You Really Okay? With this track right here. This is probably my least favorite off the album, guys. The vibe is okay, but just wasn't a fan of, the the track overall. I think this one right here is a cool change of pace, but it's not one I rush to. Now, again, not a bad song. All the tracks I've heard off this album and from Sleep Vessel, Sleep Token, all have been solid songs. Are You Really Okay is just a song that is probably going to be one that I would go to last. Not to say again, guys, it's a bad song. Still, still meaningful stuff. Love the message, but just one that I will go to lastly is what I gotta say about that one. But nothing to say bad about that one, guys. That is the beauty about good artists and good music and good that is even if it's not your style and flavor, it's still appreciative. It is still appreciative. You understand it. You just leave it for what it is because it's for others. There are some tracks I love and enjoy that I do see some hate on. So to each its own. To each its own, everybody. Now, next up, guys, we get The Apparition. Now, this one right here, guys, this is one I dig. Love this one. Again, we get nothing too heavy on this one. Keeping up a good momentum. I would say, guys, with this album, from here on out, we don't really get anything too heavy. A little bit from Rain. But with starting with Apparition in the next track, this is where we kind of get into a real transitional vibe. This is where we get a little bit more intimate with these double tracks right here. Apparition, good stuff. Not really, it is a track I really enjoy, but it is one that, I'd have to listen to a little more and things like that. But it is one I remember coming back to, guys, digging and things like that. And just have to check that one out a little more. I have to see what that one was like again. I do remember that one being a little bit more on the slower side. But next up, guys, we got Do You Wish That You Loved Me? Now, Do You Wish That You Loved Me? This is one right here, guys, where Vessel is, again, getting intimate, dealing with topics, asking the question. Now, this one right here, guys, I've heard that this was a track that was based on Vessel asking himself. It is, asking yourself, or when you look in the mirror, pretty much like saying like, hey, like, do you wish that, do you wish that you loved me? Do you wish that you loved yourself? And I know that with Vessel, guys, and Sleep Token, these topics are so hard to understand. That's why with The Apparition, I got to listen to that one again to get more understanding on that one. But with Do You Wish That You Loved Me, guys, pretty self-explanatory. Heard this one that this was about loving yourself. Do you wish that you loved yourself? And, just having that nature of it. Like some people choose to give up and some people choose to progress and have that nature. Now, do you choose to love yourself? Do you want to love yourself? Do you wish? And I think it's a good question, guys. I think it's something that we should all ask ourselves. And, if you want to progress and be happy and feel the way that, you feel you deserve, you have to wish that, you deserve it and go for it. And, at the end of the day, that's all we can do is wish and do, right? So Do You Wish That You Love Me, guys? Good track on here. Nothing too heavy on the production, but still a standout track for Vessel. Next up, guys, we get another great track. I really enjoy this one. Rain. Rain is a great track. It is summertime coming up, but you know what? I'm still going to bump this one on triple digits. Does not have to rain because this one right here, guys, is painting a vibe right here already. Rain. Love this one. Not too heavy. Love this vibe that this one paints. The production is solid. Smooth guitar work on this one. And that is something that I hope that we do get on this new album, even in Arcadia. Come on, baby. Just Vessel. Guys, give us some smooth guitars, baby. Please give us some of them higher guitars. Please give us some of them Rain guitars, the summoning. Give us some punches. And you know what? I'm just going to leave it up to you guys because obviously they know what they're doing. So, guys, Rain, love this track right here. This was one that, I think it was one of the earlier tracks that I really came across to enjoy and things like that. Still sticks with me. Love this one. And especially even playing it in the rain. This is a solid one right here. I think that, when I was playing this one on a rainy day and with it being cloudy and that nature of it being gray and white, foggy, all that stuff of that nature. This one right here, it seems that Vessel and them really made this maybe on a cloudy day, a rainy day. It makes sense. The vibe fits. It paints that picture. Me personally, I love the rain. So if you're going to do tracks, featuring rain sounds, rain vibes, topics, whatever it is, guys, this is a banger for me right there. So Rain, a go-to. Check that one out if you haven't, guys. Love that one. Now, we're getting to the last two tracks, guys. Title track, Take Me Back to Eden. Take me back to Swedish. Now, this one, guys, I'm telling you, the versatility is at its best. This is the longest track on the album. This is the most versatile. This is the most experimental, the most production included. This one right here takes us to many places. I mean, there's freaking 5 genres going on in this one. I personally prefer the second half of this track. The track overall is dope. But once the second half hits with the melodies kicking in and the different choices of productions going on and the very nature of this track. I mean, usually, guys, if you're going to go ahead and do a title track off the record, that's when the explosion happens. That's the grand finale. Not necessarily the last track, but that is that should be the banger right there, the explainer. That should be the storyteller. That should be the climaxing point. That should be whatever it is of the record. The title track should be the one. Not a lot of albums do title tracks, but when they do, they go all out. And Sleep Token with Take Me Back to Eden title track. That one right there, guys, showing off what they do. A lot of switch ups going on. Pretty much everything that we got so far with the rest of the tracks, we all get it into Take Me Back to Eden. Now, again, guys, love this track. I do prefer it. I love this one. I just enjoy the second half a lot, that when that second half picks up. But that is the very nature of having a track that switches up the second half, because it puts you in the trance. The track is literally about, 7-8 minutes, a pretty long track. But I'm telling you guys, we may be getting some Toolness on this new album. Who knows if the tracks are going to be longer, experimental. I'm fine with that. Fine with the vibes we get. And Take Me Back to Eden, guys, we get everything all in one. And with the switch-ups going on this one, guys, it just leaves us literally just feeling explosive. Now, we're ending it off, guys. With that being said, ending it off with Euclid. Now, with Euclid, this one is, again, starting off with Chokehold, with that progressive nature, dealing with some aggressive topics. Euclid, ending it off beautifully. Ending it off just giving us the picture of roses and flamingos, swords, love, laughter, enjoyment. Whatever it is, that's what the very nature of this track feels like. I don't know about you guys, but when I listen to Sleep Token, this band manages to get me teary-eyed. Now, if you're capable of getting me in the feels where, a tear is shedding and things of that nature, you are doing something. That is what I call true feel right there. Now, Nine Inch Nails, I look at Trent Reznor as R.L. Stine. He is the king of Goosebumps. And Vessel and them, these are the kings of getting us in our feels, making us cry, think of times. But not a sad cry where we feel wrong and in our, it's like it's beautiful nature of it. It's so insane to explain, literally. Like that is the beauty of nature. That is the beauty of audio. That is the beauty of art, is that the feels it provides. It is a dopamine that everyone should be able to enjoy. And once you find your path and genre and music taste, you are in for something. Now, some do not enjoy music. Some do not enjoy Sleep Token. But hey, if you don't enjoy Sleep Token or music, off to you, buddy. Fucking off to you. No one wants to live that life. Sorry you live that way, buddy. But for the people that we love Sleep Token, this is what we're here for, baby. And tonight we are getting something. Now, Euclid, guys, I'm telling you, ending it off on that beautiful note, and Vessel, making us cry our eyes out and just keeping us ready for the next album, guys. Now, Take Me Back to Eden, guys. Euclid. Like I said, starting off strong with Chokehold and ending it off strongly with Euclid, guys. I'm telling you, what a way to start off the album and end it off with the grand finale with Your Softest, Most Beautifulest track to put us in our feels, cry our eyes out, and wait for Even in Arcadia. Alrighty guys, take me back to Eden. Out of the way. Now guys, Even in Arcadia tonight. We are getting that tonight, 9 o'clock. Stay tuned for that. Gonna do a review on, talking about track to track. Probably gonna want to get that out tonight. Gonna do a first listen. Maybe gonna even do a full album reaction. We'll see how that goes, guys. And but other than that, thank you for staying with me on Take Me Back to Eden. Gonna do another review on maybe the album This Place Will Become Your Tomb, and back-to-back of Sundowning and getting all the albums from Sleep Token. So wanted to do Taking Back to Eden today because this is the most recent release from the guys. And going to start from the beginning and do Taking Back, or This Place Will Become Your Tomb, and things of that nature, and get the whole catalog from Sleep Token going on here. So thank you guys for staying with me on Taking Back to Eden. Stay tuned for Even in Arcadia tonight. And let's go and keep our fingers crossed, guys. We're going to be getting some bangers, and hopefully, these guys won't do us wrong, but let's stay tuned, guys. We don't even have to wish and all that. Why? Because it is promised, it is solidified that we are getting bangers from these guys. Just got to, I'm sure that a lot of Sleep Token fans been patient. Us new fans are ready. So let's do this, guys. Even in Arcadia tonight, we are ready, Vessel. Guys, let's do this. And stay tuned for more reviews coming up from Sleep Token. You guys got any other suggestions from any other bands? I recently did a review for Audio Slave, 9 Inch Nails review. But guys, right now the focus is on Sleep Token. And today is also an anniversary for Radiohead's Moon-Shaped Pool. So happy anniversary to that. That bad boy turns 9 today. Gonna do a review on that one also, guys. But like I said, thank you for staying with me on Take Me Back to Eden, Sleep Token. One of my very few favorites from this band, guys. This album may be one of my favorites from the band. Out of the 3, I do prefer Taking Back to Eden over This Place Will Become Your Tomb. And I actually might prefer, guys, over Sundowning. So if you guys are with me on that, guys, let me know your experiences with Sleep Token. Let me know what you think of the album. Let me know if you're ready for Even in Arcadia. And if you check that one out, guys, let me know your experiences on Sleep Token overall, guys. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned tonight, baby. More Sleep Token. Let's do this. Deuces.